Welcome back, everybody. My name is Ace. This is the Wolf's Garage channel, and your watch begins with the Wandering Village. If you're just here for the gameplay, check the description box below, as well as finding some amazing links you should totally click on and check out, like my live stream I do daily. Anyhow, the Wandering Village. It's a city builder with a bit of a twist, because you are not building a city somewhere specific. You are building it on top of a very large creature that moves, it walks, it has a personality, and takes surprisingly large useful dumps. I'm not kidding. You can even see it on the actual background right now. You see this little crane? Yeah, it's useful, for fertilizing and such. There's a whole system that involves this living, breathing creature as you build your own city, which in and of itself is a living, breathing organism of sorts, like most cities would be. Now, I've played it for a few hours here and there, but I think I'm going to start a brand new game. Now, I could do the tutorial, but I think I'm just going to start over here. We're going to call this Wolf 3. I could customize the difficulty. No manual saving allowed. Are you kidding me? Villagers do not die. Anbu does not die. That seems like a horrible reality.
Driven from our homes by the
toxic spores,
we kept wandering, looking for shelter.
The intro.
But not in our wildest dreams did we imagine what we would find.
Oh no. It's the thing that wanders, upon which we will build the village. Hence the name, I suppose, the Wandering Village. All right, so the art style initially had me confused. I always find it very important because, as you can see, it's very 3D on this side, and then you look at the actual creatures and it's like, that certainly isn't 3D, but it's kind of growing on me. It certainly is an acquired taste, but I'm enjoying it. They have implemented it quite lovely because, you also see the shadow, so it has some depth to it. But as you can see, this is your finite amount of space upon which you must build. Now, there are some things to consider. The fact that not everything is infinite, regretfully, but you can scavenge for resources. There's trees, there's berries. You can only farm on the green parts, not so much on the brown parts. So you want to build your housing and industry as much as you can on the brown stuff to preserve as much of the green stuff for farming and food. Hungry people typically tend to die. These are also interesting, which are spikes. If you take them, you get stone, but Mr. Big Boy over here gets a little upsetty spaghetti, which is regretful. Anywho, speaking of regret, no, we actually got lucky. We have some early people. There's a settlement over there. Interesting. Nothing too dangerous on the map. So I think we should just start at the very beginning, build some tents, get some basics going. Kind of want to rip these apart though. But like I said, he's going to be angry with me if I do that. But you know what? Life is pain, and so he too will have to suffer with us. Let's see. Let's build some tents. Just a couple. How many people do we have? They currently hold 2 villagers, so we need at least 8 tents. Okay. I like to do something like this, so I can also... Oh, not that. That's something I don't like to do. Nope. There you go. And then build a little bit of a path, just to give it a little bit of a personality. The pathing does work and does not cost anything, so by all means, path away. Let's see, we have 1 speed, 2 speed, 4 speed, with the usual 1, 2, 3, and then spacebar is pause. There's a few games that do that a little bit different, which always throws me. But this seems to be fine. Let's see, it's humid, normal. The top left, you have your resources that will expand as more resources become available to you. The more refined resources, the food and such as well. But first we must make the important bits. which is food and whatnot. Now, I could do a berry gatherer. It wouldn't be completely... Yeah, I guess I'll do this right over here for now, just to get some basic food going. And then I'll cancel the crafting of this berry. I will take that, and we'll go from here. All right. Tent has been constructed. Yep, they're complaining about having not housing, but there you go. They're becoming happy as more houses become active. All right, so we have everybody in a house now, because it's 2 per house. We have 8 houses. 8 times 2 is 16. I can do math. Now, as you can see, we're working on collecting this, but you will see in the bottom left, my watermark is kind of in the way, but you will be able to tell that he doesn't like it when that occurs. Let's see. Raw resources. Nope. Farm. As you can see, as you move it over the brown bits, it doesn't like it. Now, on the bright side, if there is one, you don't actually need to cover everything for optimal placement. I find that in the beginning, especially in the beginning of the game, it seems that optimal placement is somewhat discouraged almost. I'm trying to think ahead a little bit. Let's do it over here. It's almost discouraged as a result of the fact that even if you max out your people, they can't really cover all the farmland or the farmland. Now, granted, with innovation and research, this will improve, but at that point, you can also just rebuild, you know? First, you must survive. Step 1, make it work. Step 2, make it work better. Speaking of, our berry gatherer is going. It's probably a terrible spot for... Like, this would be a really nice bed for a berry... Ooh, there we go. Unbu grumbles unhappily as he feels his spike being torn out. Poor bastard. Gets a free manicure, complains about it. Alright, let's move a little bit more here. So, since we have built our farm over here, which is a lovely thing, a lovely farm, I am thinking that maybe, just maybe, I want to build... what do I want to build? 1, 2... Yeah, let's do this. We'll assign some plots. Yeah, let's do that. And that. There you go. Let's keep it aesthetically pleasing, right? I don't know about you guys, but if I don't build aesthetically pleasing, my brain freaks out. The amount of times I have built a single road for hours on end back in the day is embarrassingly much. Let's actually build a few more houses to prepare for what will happen soon if he wakes up. Okay. Let's do that. And then we can use this as a bit of an indicator for our housing. But we have food here, which is good. But we must also be able to store the aforementioned food. So we need a pantry. So let's build a pantry. Let's build a water tank. And let's build some material storage. I think that's very important. There you go. And then we also need to make sure that we find out some places for water. Because air wells are important for that. So let's build 2 to kick things off with. Let's also make sure that we grab some more resources right here. Let's grab that. There's a bunch of stone here. And we can't pick up the big quarries yet, because that requires specific research and whatnot. There's a lumber mills requirement. You can't destroy them, as you can see. They require a sawmill, which is a little unfortunate, because it does have a limit. I don't like not knowing if there's unlimited resources. Now, of course, you can scavenge, but I like infinite nodes on the screen. Otherwise, you're dealing with this invisible wall. Now, I don't know if there's invisible nodes like later in the game, like very later in the game. But until then, not knowing that gives me kind of a level of anxiety that I'm against a battle against this invisible clock of running out of resources. Alright, so we have some refinement here as well. Stonecutter and carpenter. For slabs of stone and planks, respectfully. I do want to build a research building. So that we may do some research. I've been told that seems important. Ooh, there's a limit. Ooh, there you go. I'm already at the limit here. Damn. 1 square to ruin my existence, my life, and my will to live. No biggie. We can figure it out. He says, knowing full well he's not going to figure it out. I could build some worker posts. Each worker post can dedicate itself to guaranteeing certain workforces being available as opposed to doing it manually. Like, you see the general workers, carrier, builders, and harvester? The working post gives them a small buff and dedicates certain unemployed individuals to that group, so you always can guarantee carriers, for example. Lest they might get stuck building everything and nothing get carried anyway, which may give problems with the sustaining of food or decomposition, or just people dying if you don't watch out. It's a bit of a problem. Because dead people don't carry anything anywhere anyway. I need that researcher. I kind of want the research. Because that's also how we get the scavenge going. And that's kind of important. I could do it here. No, this is my water territory. This is going to be a wet space. Am I going to have to do this? I feel like I'm going to have to do this. I'm doing it. I'm committing. We'll make it look better later. Because step 1, as I said, make it work. Step 2, make it work better. That's the dream. That's the goal. All right. Now, as you can see, we only have 2 people working here. So we can just add some people, you know. Add a little bit of people. It does require water to grow. And with research, we will be able to unlock things that also take longer to grow. Which means you may need some more plot, like corn. But that requires further research. I might just delete this this berry thing at some point until I find a better, there's a better berry spots if we really cared about the berries. Also, mushrooms growing wildly. Not a terrible notion. All right. Let's see. So we have a water tank. We have some material storages. Now it can store 30 up to anything, which is really nice. Okay, so it doesn't have like a universal carry spot. It's a very simple way of dealing with the inevitable problem of a particular storage spot being filled with a single resource if you don't build limits in the game, or limiters in the game, like some people or some designers decide not to do in games like these, and then you end up with storage spaces that are filled with like 1 million planks and your food can't get stored. Speaking of food storage, though, the pantry is getting there. We are, however, out of wood. So we might have to do a little bit of a scavenge. Well, not a little bit of a scavenge. A little bit of gather here, a little bit of gather there, a little bit of gather this. Let's clean that up. You can die. Cut down the trees. Who needs fresh oxygen? Not me. Not right now. I can hold my breath perfectly fine. Also, if you make double roads, it becomes like a little plaza. There's no like weird circling thing that happens, which is really nice. It actually makes it a thick road. I will show you guys right here. It doesn't cost me anything anyway, except for time and my sanity. But, you know, what else is new? What are you guys doing? Why are you standing still? Oh, because we have no water. Yeah, water is important. Let's crank up the importance of that. We do have a pantry, luckily enough, so all the beets are now being stored, which is very useful. Now, as you can see, it's a little thicker. A little thicker. We added a C. Thick roads. Very good. All right. Next, let's buff the speed a little bit to ×4 so we can get the air wells going. Otherwise, we might start dying due to dehydration, which may be frowned upon. Now, we are walking. Or, there it is. I was going to say, when do we arrive? And as we do, or as I had that thought, pick them up. Yes, and commit. We get 3 additional people. So 19. Now we have plenty of housing. We prepared for this. It's fine. All right. We have air wells. They just automatically gather water based on the environment we're in. We're currently in a humid environment. So the production speed is at 150%. It can go higher. We can go damp. But for now, we'll keep it moist. We'll keep it moist. Maybe I should add another water tank. Or not another water tank. Maybe I should add another... because an abundance of water is always good. Lest you dry out. Okay. So now we have water coming in. Things are being made. We are still lacking a tremendous amount of wood, which is a little concerning. But you know what? You only grow once. It's okay. Storage is holding. Air well constructed. 3 nomads have arrived. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's not filling up. 5 people are working it, not filling up. So that research needs to hurry up so we can start researching. Perhaps some better food. We can, however, see the food detail. Raw food 118, total food 118, total surplus is 6 because 32, 33 are consumed. Now, yeah, see. So we have some stuff to work with. All right, there we go. Our research is being made. Kitchen. There you go. We'll make the kitchen. This place is unaffected by poison and looks comfortable for Unbu to sleep in. He's going to bed. He's going to sleep. Now, I could make more farms and have more farmers that way. That's one way to deal with it. And it wouldn't be a terrible idea. It wouldn't be a terrible idea. No, you know what? I'll just add some more plots. No, I can't. This is out of reach. Damn. And here I thought I had a unique idea of perfection happening. But no, of course not. Perfection is not allowed. Let's see. 1, 2. So this is where the road will end. I want to start working on my specific industry as well. So I can get some more refined buildings. So I need the stonecutter and the carpenter for that. So let's build you over here and the stonecutter as well. Beautiful. Herbalist might be nice for once we expect people to get sick. We need the herbalist. But for the herbalist to be able to actually do anything, we need a doctor, which requires research. So we're working on it. Right now, though, we're working on the kitchen. Because food is good. Alright. Let me actually just move this a little further. Yeah, maybe I could add a future farm right over here. And keep the spirit alive of this particular pattern. I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate it. But then again, we might be getting into some... plot, some limited land issues. But that's okay, we can just do that. And make it look good that way. I do lose a lot of value as I cut my path through it, but that's just one of the things you have to deal with. Alright. The good boy is walking around. We're still lacking a tremendous amount of wood. So I'm just gonna click that and hope for the best. Alright, efficiency is very low on that berry gatherer, so I'm gonna remove one person there. One person should be able to cover all those berries. I might have to just deconstruct it, honestly. Maybe if I deconstruct it, I can place it somewhere more useful. Although I say that, but is there really a place that really speaks to me? Not particularly. No particular place really speaks to me right there. I wonder if further upgrades in the future might be able to like expand, because there's a little bit of space there, right? Maybe there's an upgrade, because there are upgrades in this game. The first upgrade I actually encountered was a hut. You can use you can hold double the people. I know, it's insane. Double the people. That's twice as much. It's incredible. All right. Our food is holding. We have a little bit of a surplus. That's good. All right. Yeah, just one worker. That's fine. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't tell you that you can limit anything, which is a little concerning. Because I was expecting it to, like, if we have 10 slabs, don't make more. Because now it just keeps making more until its storage is filled, including this storage over here. So if you're trying to preserve wood, it might end up being a bit of a problem, which is regretful. How's my kitchen doing? Oh, we're getting there. 81%, 82%. The researchers are researching hard. I wish I could plant more of these berry bushes around. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? The more berry bushes around the building, the more efficient it is. Yeah. Speaks for itself. Alright, we're getting a little bit of wood now. Just gonna harvest these over here. There it is. Village doctor. I did speak of the doctor. Now, the doctor is kind of important. The scavenge hut is nice, though, because it helps you get more people, find resources, knowledge. It's all really good, but if my people get sick and I don't have a doctor, that's bad news. What I do have right now is food. There you go, kitchen. I do have a lovely kitchen. I kind of want to build it near my food area. So let's make it over here. So we can do this, do that. You can fill this. You can fill this up. You have to be careful with how you place it. It's a little temperamental if you are not pixel perfect, which typically happens to me with isometric related shenanigans, that I'm always a little over or a little under. But beyond that, not a terrible. Oh, for people that are wondering, by the way, you can't rotate buildings. It has been requested by plenty of folk, but due to the art style, as you can see, I don't think rotating is going to be an actual thing. What do you guys think? Are they going to add rotating? I don't know. It is kind of comfy, though. Like, this is what I mean. When I did this for the first time, the art style clicked for me. It is incredibly unique and cute. I like it. Unlike some building games that like to do this hyper-realistic approach, this just says, look, we're not hyper-realistic. We're like hand-painted, and the animations, of course, are almost like stickers. It works perfectly. It works incredibly well. Not a problem. All right, so what does work well too, let me actually finish this right here, is the fact that we have to build the kitchen. Let's grab this, because once we have the kitchen, we can refine our food, which gives a better quality and also gives more food per raw ingredient, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, I might be, I don't know. Let's actually crank up the, I did already, crank up the priority. Wood planks, stone slabs. Yeah, kitchen requires those refined materials, and we currently don't have any of them because they are currently being made. Now we are running out of raw wood, which is a little concerning. So yeah, we do definitely need to pick up the scavenging hut soon too, lest we find ourselves without wood. I can already feel that level of anxiety that kind of happening as I'm cutting more forest away and it becomes more barren. This is not a metaphor for the real world at all. What do you mean? Not at all. Okay, come on. Let's see. Do we get anything nice coming up? Ah, he went the wrong way. You do get a horn blower, which allows you to kind of manipulate which way the wind blows. This is food for him, right? Yeah. So you kind of can depend and say, go here, go there. Ruined settlement. That's also very nice. So regretfully, we are missing out on the additional units, which would have been or the additional villagers. That would have been very useful. But we have some good food for the Yambu, and there's a nice sleeping spot. So he's going to be a happy boy. At least someone will be happy. All right. Yeah, we are still in humid climate. Humid. moist, if you will. The summer was very humid here, so this gives me more uncomfy vibes than anything. But hey, at least we're drinking. Okay. Yeah, see, we are getting a little bit more now. The farms are getting a little bit more filled, so that's very good. I like that. That's very lovely. Can I actually add more plots? No. Not right now, at least. Maybe I can do this and that. Yeah, that's fine. And we can maybe add one here and fill in the gaps here, maybe. Or we just build one over here that can maybe help fill the gaps. Maybe there's layers. Maybe you can actually piece it together like a puzzle piece. Can you? Hold on. Actually, I've never checked. I don't think you can. I don't think the math checks out. Looking at the white dots, yeah, you can kind of connect them, but you have these open spots. But maybe those open spots can be used for something if you had like infinite freedom, which you don't really have. Here, this is the horn blower I was on about. It allows you to kind of decide which particular path you wish to take. However, we wish to take the path of the scavenger hut. That's our goal right now. Our kitchen is almost done. 8 out of 10 on both accounts. The stone cutter and the carpenter are going well. All right. We have plenty of housing, plenty of expansion for housing. The amount of beds, poison resistance bonus to residents. Yep. Which will be soon later. We have one person idle. One individual who desires to do something. There you go. Efficiency 31%. Hey, was the efficiency not 22% earlier? Storage is full even. Which means my food storage is full too. Yeah, it is. So maybe I have to actually cut this down and actually build rows of food. Despite there not being enough food for anything else. But the kitchen is here. And that's the important part. Because we can make beet soup. Or we can make berry muesli. Turning 3 berries into a nice 5 food. Now, since this is actually fine, I'm actually going to drop 1. I'm going to make some cooks instead. I think that's the plan. Make some cooks. Okay. And while we're doing that, I'm going to switch to beet soup. And we'll go from there. The beet soup is increased food quality from beets. The product here is increased food quality made from berries. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Which makes my people a little happier. You can also see in the top left, as you can see, it is slowly expanding. We now have also got the berry muesli there. And soon we'll have got the beet soup. There you go. 3 reserved. And despite the fact that we haven't really added more food creation, we are seeing a production increase as a result of the kitchen. So we are not starving. We also have plenty of water. In fact, let's see. Yeah, our water is fine. That is very good. I did make 3. I actually want to make another one. Let's see. This place is unaffected by poison. Can I add one? Oh, that would have been so nice, wouldn't it? If I could just add one there. Pixels, man. They are the end of me. They are true. Oh, I can't. I need to. Unboo sits. That looks more like laying to me, but okay. You do you, boo. You do you, boo. A and B-U. And boo? On boo. A and B is, I think, something completely different. How is our research going? About 46%. Alright. Let's add another air right over here. I'm actually going to cut through this road here. Onbu sleeps. Yeah, see, he's going to sleep. He's not sleeping down, sitting. Let's add this just to fill that up. Research is going. 31%. I'm actually wondering if there's more berry bushes growing or not. Or am I just nuts? I have to keep an eye on that. I might just going insane. Because I really thought that there was... that the percentage was lower. Who knows? There you go. So now we have 4 working at 100%. That is very good. That I very much like. We have 0 people idle. We are still working on our production right here. slowly building up a reserve. Although we are out of wood again, it is an impossible problem, isn't it? Let me actually go for trees and just take it all. Take it all. Give him a haircut. Trim his bush. Just don't give him a mirror. It's a bit of a one-sided cut. Do I want to build... I kind of could build a worker post as well. That probably would be wise. This allows us to control what kind of workers we have access to. So let's actually build one over here and guarantee some carriers. That's always good to have. Does it require any specific resources? No, just wood and stone, not the refined ones. Do we have enough stone? We have plenty of stone. There you go. Cut off some of the debris. And we'll go from there. Let's actually do this. 10's got destructive. Short temperature drop might affect the growth of your plants. Now we have a little bit of an abundance, so... Hornblower or cactus plantation. See, each farm can have its own kind of crop. And cactus is interesting because it allows you to have water sources in hotter climates. Which could be useful. Could be. Let's just take that. You know, I don't want to end up having no water when it's hot outside. That seems like a total problematic situation. All right. Trying to get this sorted. Wood is being carried. There it is. It's done. Let's construct it. Beautiful. So now you can decide if you want to focus on general workers, builders, carriers, harvesters, or general workers. Now, general workers just do kind of a bit of everything. They transport, construct, or harvest. But it always guarantees you that you have general workers as opposed to having people working in the kitchen or the farm. So that's useful. But I suppose in the end, you might want to make one for building, one for carrier, one for harvesting, and call it a day. That way you can control it in a more finite, with more precision. Right now, I think this is fine. This guarantees that we at least have 5 general workers carrying stuff around. Actually, I think carriers is more important to have consistently, as we are producing things that have to be carried away as well. And that's just the very basic of the premise of the Wandering Village. It is cute that you get to see, you have a doctor, you can have even got a trebuchet and such. There are some interesting mechanics with him, and you have to keep his trust, or else he'll become very upsetty with you, and then things go bad, which is why you can't rush taking out all the on-boost spikes, despite they may prevent you from building a certain thing. Anyway, been well over 30 minutes now. I hope you enjoyed this little, not really first impression video. If you do like what I do here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out my live stream. I try to be live on Twitch 7 days a week if I can. Links will be in the description. You can pick up this game. It was recently released on Steam if you enjoy it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. And I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much. I'm out!